Ready, Eddie?
Welcome to the Positive Sports Podcast. I'll be your host this afternoon, Ed Montana. Alongside me today, my brother from the same mother, my brother Alex. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
How many times... I'm doing fine, thank you. But how many times I have to tell you, you're adopted, bro. We don't have the same mothers, okay?
Wishful thinking on your part.
Now, we're doing this podcast earlier than normal. Like, I think I still have some eye boogers in my eye jammies. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's Memorial Day today.
It doesn't feel like it,
It doesn't feel like it. It's very... it's weird.
Yeah, because...
And especially because, like, Memorial Day is kind of like the start of the baseball season, right? You get through the first month, April, right?
Yeah.
You got NBA.
Well, and the NBA playoffs usually are pretty hot and heavy at this point, right? By the end of May here, we're at, like, the conference finals. Or maybe before the conference finals.
Right. Yes.
And this year, we're at talking about putting all 30 teams or 32 teams at the Disneyplex or some shit.
Yeah, so... It's a little weird.
It's very weird. Yeah, it is a weird. It is a weird Memorial Day. We have some sports to watch, which is great. Even some made up stuff like the match between Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning versus Mickelson and Brady. But yeah, other than that, it's kind of weird.
Did you watch all of the match?
I watched most of it. I watched most of it. It was It was really good. Tiger Woods is kind of a stick in the mud. Like,
no personality?
No personality. He didn't trash talk much. He wasn't even, like... It took a couple of holes. And apparently those guys have been playing on that golf course for, like, 2 weeks.
Huh.
They've been playing every day for the last 2 weeks, getting ready for this thing, right? And it's Tiger Woods' home course. Like, it's down the street from his house or something. He knows that course like the back of his hand.
Right.
And the first few holes, like, you could see Mickelson was helping Brady read putts and whatnot. Tiger Woods was like, whatever, And it took a while, but I think it was about 5 or 6 holes in. All of a sudden, Woods was helping Manning. Like, it's gonna break here. You just got to get it to this ridge or whatever. But he's just kind of he should just play by himself.
I enjoyed. So I didn't watch none of the actual match. I watched like the when they were taking their practice swings, and I thoroughly enjoy Peyton Manning's trash talking.
Oh yeah,
like it's funny. I think he and you can still see the competitiveness between Manning and I just watched like very little when Tom Brady was taking his hacks. And, they were interviewing Peyton, right? He was talking about who he would bring as a caddy, Belichick or Eli or Nick Foles. But you can still see how competitive both of them are. And Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady can take a joke very well. But I think there's part of him that's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to beat you now,
Well, he started off kind of shaky.
Right.
And so Charles Barkley was on the broadcast. Charles Barkley was giving him the business.
Yeah.
Manning was giving him the business. And you could see Brady was getting mad.
Yeah.
And then he made that shot from like 150 feet away, or 150 yards away, got it in the cup. And all of a sudden, man, he was on fire. And he was putting well. Yeah. I mean, you could tell he was like, okay.
And Barkley should be the last person talking golf. Right?
Yeah, but it's very entertaining.
Yeah,
He's funny. He's a funny guy.
I wonder how much he was drinking during that.
I don't know. But, look, we're going to compare everything to Jordan for the next couple of months because we just watched this 10-part documentary on Jordan and The Last Dance. But you could see Brady is a lot like Jordan. Like, everything is a competition to him.
Right.
The trash talk between them was good. It was a lot of fun. You know what I found funny? I don't know if you caught this. I don't remember exactly what was going on. They were talking about something, but it was some kind of reference was made to losing the Super Bowl, right? And Tom Brady was kind of relaying what hurt, and he didn't mention the Giants. He mentioned Nick Foles.
Right, yeah. I think I seen the highlight of that.
I think, and I mean, we'll probably never know. I think he's not hurt by losing to the Giants twice. I think he feels like they were the better team that day, and it happens. I think he feels like they missed opportunities and should have beat the Eagles. Because the way he said it was just kind of like, the one that got away. It was that kind of look on his face. I wonder, I'd love to talk to him and try to figure that out, of the three, which is the most painful.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be the Philly one. I think they're all, if I'm him, to me they're all painful, right? Because you flip any one of those, and they were all very close, and you've got 7.
Well, 6. I mean, we all have dads. We never talk bad about our daddies. And Eli is fucking the Patriots and Tom Brady's daddy. And, you should not badmouth your daddy. Plain and simple. I would love to have they should. Eli should be playing with Tiger next time against Brady.
Oh.
That would be great.
If they had the only thing that would have made this better yesterday would have been if they had caddies. Like, who would Peyton bring? Eli or Nick Foles? Who would Tom Brady bring?
Edelman. They're pretty close,
right? Or I mean, ideally you bring Belichick, right? Because he's the genius that foils Peyton Manning. There's no one defensive player that you could kind of, but Belichick wouldn't do it, right? I mean. Come on.
He's Belichick. Plus, he wouldn't say much. He doesn't say much ever.
It was raining. He'd have the hoodie on the whole time. He'd be miserable.
Now, when the PGA Tour and all these events are going on, do they play in the rain like that?
Yeah, because it was never thunder and lightning. It was just raining.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't a huge downpour. It stopped a couple times, and it went.
All right, I wondered, because I'm like, I know it's for charity and all that, but I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, by the way, memo to Giselle, Tom Brady's not a 36 anymore. He's a 38. He split his fucking pants. Get him the right size, for fuck's sake. Oh, here, honey, you're going to be on national TV. Let me get you these little butt huggers.
So,
come on, man.
Did it split right when he went and got the ball out, or did it happen earlier, or what?
No, he went down to get the ball. And
so, isn't Brady sponsored by Under Armour or some shit? Body Armor?
I don't know.
So, I think I heard him say something like next time he's gonna wear his Under Armour pants or some shit. So he wasn't even wearing the right pants.
I mean, Giselle fucked up. She didn't dress him right.
Damn. See? Don't let your woman dress you.
Well, I mean, let your woman dress you, because that's one less thing you have to worry about.
Yeah, no, you don't let your woman dress you.
Why not?
2 things you don't do. You don't let your wife dress you or give directions.
Definitely not directions.
Yeah, definitely not directions.
I'd let her dress me all day, bro. That's one less thing I have to think about.
No.
Not that my wardrobe is very complicated, especially now, stay at home.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I have a gray t-shirt from every city in this country. And I literally live in gray t-shirts.
Yeah?
I mean, I say that as I'm wearing a blue t-shirt today.
I know.
But I mean, I'm in gray t-shirts you've seen me, right? I'm in sweatpants and gray t-shirts every day. That is my work at home attire.
Yeah, when we go shopping, I give her 2 options. Which one do you like best? You like the one on the right? Good, I'm going with the one on the left.
Damn, that's fucked up. Is she colorblind?
No, it's just... I don't know. I guess the idea of saying, yeah, my wife dressed me is,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't.
I'm too manly for that.
First of all, I don't give a shit, right? Second of all, I mean, what's she gonna pick? A gray T-shirt? Okay.
Those are the only options you give her.
Yeah. Which gray T-shirt would you like? We're going to a little barbecue today. Uh-huh. Relax. It's not a lot of people. It'll be less than 10.
You sure?
Positive.
I'll call the cops.
Absolutely. We don't have the snitch rules here.
Oh, okay.
That's California. Anyway, we're going to a barbecue today. I will gladly let her dress me. which pair of sweatpants and which gray T-shirt. That's how I roll.
So this is a Memorial Day.
Yeah, my son's baseball coach just cooking up some ribs and wanted to have us over, and
nice.
Like my son and his son are attached at the hip. So this summer, I'm either going to have 2 boys at home, or I'm going to have 0 boys at home, because those 2 will go back and forth from his house to our house.
Right.
So I tell you what, like, it's just kind of the way life works, right? I've always wished that you and I were closer in age, because, who doesn't want a partner in crime, right?
Right.
And I've always felt a little bit bad about my son not having a brother, right?
Right.
He's got 2 older sisters, and for fuck's sake, they treat him like they're his mother. It's like he's got 3 mothers. I feel bad for him sometimes. Anyway, so, he says, can my buddy come over? And I'm like, sure. Can I go over there? Sure.
Right.
Just make sure the dad's okay with it. So those 2 are back and forth almost every weekend. And now in the summertime, and like with this on school at home online thing, my son was like on Wednesday night, he's like, can I go over to my buddy's house? I'm like, no, it's a school night. He's like, really, Dad? Is it really a school night?
Yeah.
So
it's a virtual school night.
Yeah. Can I virtually go over there? So, so that was kind of my excuse to not let him go every night.
Right.
Now that it's summertime,
you got no choice.
What am I going to say?
Huh?
It's a weeknight. He's going to go, so?
Yeah, because, in all seriousness, you just fucking feel bad for the kids at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what age they are, it's like they're going to, us adults, we can kind of trick our mind. We can do other things to, get over this whole, stay at home and shit. But for kids, they can't, it's only so much they can do, right? They're either going to watch TV, cartoons, or be on the tablets and play games. They get bored after a while.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is too. Like kids nowadays, they have so much stimulus around them that they can't pay attention to something for 2 hours. Like my son can't watch a movie for an hour and a half, and he's got to get up and go eat. He's got to check his phone, and he's 14.
Shit. My attention span for a movie is not long at all.
Yeah, if it's not a good movie, like, it doesn't have to be a good movie. If it's not a good movie in the first 5 minutes,
yes,
nap time.
I need to see some killing, action. I pretty much need to see the meat of the movie in the beginning.
Well,
pretty much.
It needs to start off quick.
Yeah.
It can slow down and then pick back up. But if it starts slow, I'm out.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And when I say I'm out, I don't mean I'm leaving. I mean I'm asleep.
Yeah. Nap time.
Nap time. That's why I don't go to the movies that much.
Yeah.
Because those seats are super comfortable.
Oh,
especially now that you can lean them
the
back.
recliners and shit.
Oh yeah, no.
They bring you food and you get full. What do you do after that? And on the couch,
sleep.
You fucking recline and
yeah. It's a nap waiting to happen. If the movie's it's a nap waiting to happen.
I agree. It's a waste of money.
Wait till it comes out on DVD.
There you go. Too bad bootlegs aren't around anymore.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
I haven't seen a bootlegger in quite some time.
Well, that's because you're not in that realm anymore. But I'm sure they're around.
I'm sure they are.
There's always people trying to beat the system.
I'm sure there are.
Always people trying to beat the system. Yeah, I talked to your daughter a week ago when I saw her at Mom and Dad's and asked her about school and stuff. And I felt bad for her. She's
had it.
She seemed like she was completely over this.
Oh yeah, she was.
And she's I don't know because I don't go to school with her, but she seems like a fairly social kid. Like she likes having friends and talking to them and all that other stuff. And she's smart, and so she likes the interaction. And she seems like this whole school from home thing. She was like, this sucks.
Yeah, I had to. In all honesty, I had to like mentally prepare myself because I was waiting for the breakdown because I can see it. I can see it coming, and it happened. It didn't happen as bad as I expected, but it's like I had to sit down with her and explain to her that, hey, this is gonna be okay. This is not gonna be forever. It's just now. We just got to get over this hump. You got 2 weeks left of school. It's really not that long of a time. Just and so what I really started doing was I started doing a lot of the work with her, right? Because I like, she's pretty independent. And I'll ask her, like, do you need help? And she's like, no. And then she fucking gets it done. And I know she's doing it right because,
because you didn't know how to do it.
That's right, exactly. I know she did it right because I didn't help. Oh,
her mother checked.
Yeah, daddy don't know shit.
I know she did it right because that's what my wife told me.
Daddy don't have a job. He's dumb as fuck. I got this, Dad. Don't worry about it. You ain't fucking up my grades.
Yeah. You need any help? What are you going to do? She looks at you all cross-eyed like, yeah, and? You
don't even know how to pronounce documentary.
Oh, my God. What a laugh.
And so, yeah, it's like you got to, you just got to talk to them and just tell them it's going to be okay. And kind of participate with the work, their daily work with them. And I don't know, it's just, I'm glad school is over. I really am, because even the virtual celebration, graduation shit that they had, And props to the teachers. This is hard for them too, and
they're trying
and preparing. Right, this is something that we weren't prepared for, so they're just adjusting on the fly and everything. But it was hard for me as a parent, and it was harder for her as the student trying to overcome this. So
yeah, and quite frankly, I don't think it was really quality. Like I don't know what it was like for your daughter, but I don't feel like the online learning was. I don't feel like they learned a whole lot. I feel like it was just get your assignments done.
Yeah, right.
And I'm but I think they're going to go back to school in August, and I hope that's the case. I mean, I know California's already talking about canceling August, canceling the fall as well. And I certainly hope that doesn't happen here or anywhere for that matter. I hope they go back to school because they need it.
Yeah.
That social interaction,
Yeah.
It's important. It's important for them.
Yeah, absolutely. But
crazy.
Oh well, it's
You know what else is important? It's important that we get some goddamn sports back. I can't deal with this anymore. We're starting to get some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like we got some fights. We got some soccer going on in Germany, which is pretty high level. We got some NASCAR races. We're getting some stuff, but we need the meat and potatoes now.
Right, yeah, definitely.
We can't have all this, the salt and pepper and salad. We need the meat.
We need the good stuff.
The good stuff.
I think baseball's going to come back. I feel like baseball's going to come back.
For sure.
I just have a feeling that basketball and hockey are going to come back first, and baseball is going to get lost in the shuffle. So if baseball doesn't come back first, I think they're in a little bit more of trouble.
Trouble how so?
As far as losing out, let's say baseball comes back middle of July or whenever they come back. Let's say baseball comes back middle of July, basketball and hockey also around the same time. They're going to be in the playoffs, right? Because the way hockey has this proposed deal going on, right? They have all the teams basically making the playoffs, right? One big playoff. It sounds like basketball might do the same thing, or they might just finish out the 5 to 7 games that each team has, and then.
Oh, it's more than that.
No, it's just 7 games. The most that a team has is 7.
Left.
No. Yes. Look it up.
It had to be like I thought.
And then one team has 3 games left. The Hawks have 3 games left, and then everybody else has anywhere between 5 and 6.
Wow.
I mean 5 and 7.
Fuck it, play the playoffs.
That's what I say, and that's what I think is gonna happen, especially if hockey kind of lays down the groundwork of how they want to do it, and it's attractive, right, for the NBA and the players. I think they may follow suit, and so that's why I say baseball might get lost in the shuffle there, because you're gonna have playoffs going on, right? Everyone's gonna want to watch
the
how,
playoffs.
especially gonna want to watch how.
How teams come back, the new structure.
Right, the new structure. I think that's what's going to be interesting to everybody, you know? So, unless you have, since basketball, for instance, the NBA is thinking about having everything at the Disney facility, right? On the one bubble, you may get games starting earlier in the day, right? And then maybe by nighttime, you can switch over to the baseball games.
So basically, like, the Charlotte Hornets are going to play at 9 in the morning, and the Lakers will play in prime time.
Right.
You know there's going to be some schedule.
Yeah, they're going to get, like, the 2 a.m. game. 2 in the morning.
The Hawks, welcome to the NBA on NBC. This morning, breakfast with the NBA. Remember they used to have breakfast at Wimbledon?
Yes.
They'll have breakfast with the NBA. Breakfast with the NBA. Welcome to Breakfast with the NBA.
With Mickey Mouse.
Today's first game will be between the Charlotte Hornets and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, there's no way that'll happen because of seeding. You would hope so. But, so yeah, that's why I think if baseball doesn't come back first.
See, I disagree with you. I think we are so starved for, we're so starved for sports. We're gonna watch. I mean, it's gonna be like a fat kid at a buffet, bro. We're just gonna be eating everything.
And see, with baseball, I mean, the guy.
Hold on. No, it's more than that, Alex.
Is it?
I'm looking at just the Bucks, right? 53-12. That's 65. That's 17 games left.
Oh, 17? Okay. All right. So I was a little off.
24-40, 64. That's 18 games.
Oh, I wasn't that off.
You said 5.
Yeah.
17.
Times 3 is 15. I was close.
That's why your daughter doesn't ask you for help.
Okay. So they have a lot more games left. They have a whole month worth of.
Now, the NHL is talking about not everyone makes the playoffs. They're talking about expanding their playoffs so that more teams get in. But still, some teams that are done. They're just done for 2020.
For hockey? I thought it was like the top 4 teams of each conference, and then you have a 24.
That would still not be all the teams. There's 32 teams in hockey.
Well, that's 32. 24 plus 4 from each conference.
That's 32. So I guess everyone would make it?
Okay, I can see your son doesn't ask you for math help either, Mr. Accountant.
I can't do shit without a calculator, bro.
This fucking rain is messing up my smartness here.
That's well.
So then every team makes the playoff.
I think the NBA should just seed everyone the way they are right now, and make the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Have it be Thursday through Sunday, like the NCAA tournament. Get down to 16 and then have series.
I think that would be cool.
Because then you get someone that gets freaking bounced on Thursday.
Can you imagine if the fucking Lakers or the Clippers or the Bucks? I mean, no one's gonna want it. I mean, that's gonna be bad.
You know, Adam Silver.
That's gonna be bad, bro.
Adam Silver wouldn't do that just because he wouldn't want to take the chance of losing one of his.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because if you have there's 32 teams.
30 NBA 30.
30.
Yeah. Oh, so you give the top
2
3. No, you have to
top
give 3. It would have to be an odd number, right? It would have to be an odd number.
30. I'd have to cut down to 16. So 14 teams get a bye.
Shit.
See,
everybody gets a bye.
Look, this is what I've been saying from the beginning. It is, to me, it is really cool. The one cool thing about what's happened is it's making us throw everything out the window, right? Everything out. For me, it's a challenge, right? Like when I was younger, I knew the NBA Finals came around at this point. They played Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. You know, I knew exactly how it was going to work. And now it's like everything's you have to throw everything out the window. Every idea is a valid idea,
right?
Because it doesn't matter, right? This season is whoever wins the championship this year. No one's going to give a fuck.
I think so.
Like at 20 years from now, no one's going to put an asterisk by it or anything like that. But this year, in and of itself, whoever wins, like, no one's going to care. No one. If you are a Philadelphia hater because of our cousin.
Right.
If the Sixers win this year, you're not going to care.
Yeah, I am.
No,
I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. Because it's going to be in the record books.
Yeah, you're not going to care.
Plus, you know, with basketball, I am. You know why? Because they played a lot of the season already.
I don't think anyone's going to care. Same thing in hockey, the rivalries. No one's going to care.
Jay's involved, we're going to care. Because we're going to hear it. He's going to care. That means I got to care.
No, but that's the thing. We're not going to hear it because he's going to say, yo, Sixers, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you won because your team didn't get the COVID, bro. If you got the Rona, you'd be fucked just like the rest of us.
You know what I'm afraid of with baseball, man? It's already a whammy that it's going to be half a season, I'm assuming, right? The longer this goes, the less chance of a half a season. But I'm going to assume they're going to play 81 games, right? Mm-hmm. The thing that really worries me personally about baseball, and I love baseball over hockey, football, and basketball, the atmosphere. I understand the norm for this season is going to be no fans. That's fine. I accept that. But when I'm watching a baseball game, a 9-inning game that is already slow as it is with fans, I'm not getting fast-paced basketball, hockey action. You know, you hear the players more in basketball. There's more talking amongst the players. In baseball, players are so far apart. You don't hear that much. And that's what I'm afraid of with baseball. For me, it's gonna get lost, and I'm not gonna have as much interest as I would.
Well, I agree with you, but I think what MLB will do, and you know, MLB hit me up on Twitter at eMontana21 if you want to get all the details of this idea, but you need to mic up the players. Yeah, you need to mic up the players every game. You need to mic up different players because that will get the personalities out, right? You can't mic up Francisco Lindor for every game,
right.
Yeah. Every Cleveland
mic up all fucking 9.
You gotta mic up different guys, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to mic up the catchers because the catchers, they're involved in every single pitch.
You can't do
that. They talk to all the batters. C, they've got constant interaction with the umpire. By the way, the most important umpire in a game, the home plate umpire. So I think you mic up the catchers for sure, and then mic up separate players out in the field.
No.
Why can't you mic up catchers?
Well, because they talk to the pitchers.
Well, you turn it off when they go talk to the pitcher. Unless
if let there be a malfunction.
You can't do it against the Astros, right? Because the Astros will find a way to get the feed even with the mic off. Yeah. They'll start banging on the trash can, fuck it all up.
Astros are too smart.
What are they gonna bang on now? Like now they're gonna are they gonna do the golf clap?
Maybe.
Right? Because you
top of the dugout. They're gonna be in the they're gonna opt for. To sit in the stands for social distance.
We'll sit in the center field stands.
Yeah.
And don't mind these binoculars.
Yeah, they're gonna get the high tech glasses with the cameras, on the frame.
Why do their Oakleys look like they have little cameras on the side? Kind of like some Mission Impossible movie, right? No, I think that's one of those things you have to do.
That could be a way.
You have to mic up the players to get some more atmosphere. But look, it doesn't matter. If you think back, when you watched it before, you didn't care. You didn't care about the fans. What you cared about was the commentary or commentary.
It's
an inside joke. We're gonna have to explain that.
It's inside. We can't explain it.
Oh, inside makes it outside. All you heard was the commentary from the announcers.
Yeah, but you still hear the fans. You feel the fans. You know what I mean? You're not there, but you're there at the game because the fans. I mean, think about it. If you go
When
to
you're
a
watching it on TV, you don't give a shit about the fans.
Sure you do. When there's a good play, a home run, a walk-off home run. Think about it. When they have the World Series, bro, and it's the 7th inning, 2 strikes, 3-2 count. I mean, come on, man.
You think the fans do that for you?
Absolutely. You will. I think. Oh, you will definitely notice the difference.
I've watched a lot of Korean baseball, and I've gotten jacked up at a walk-off in the 10th inning.
No,
Just like when there were no fans, especially when it's the Latte Giants.
That's horrible. I'm not even gonna do my commentary. The fans, they absolutely make the game. That's why for baseball, it's already a slow sport for a lot of people. If you're not a hardcore, baseball fan, you're gonna lose that crowd.
That's why I think for people like you have to mic up the players because that's the only sound you're gonna have. Right.
I mean, but even then, that's a good idea, I believe, and I'm sure baseball maybe has thought about it. I don't know, but
they haven't. But they're gonna. I gave them my Twitter.
Oh,
handle,
okay.
They're gonna reach out to me and let me know.
What are they gonna say? I mean, I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's gonna get stale. Baseball's gonna get stale. It's gonna be tough, I think. Look, there's nobody that wants sport more than this guy sitting to the right of you because I got no fucking job right now. So I want sports. I want something to talk about, stuff to read. There's nothing, okay? So I want sports. But I also understand that, I'm being a realist.
I wonder if it would help instead of miking up players if they put mics on the field. Right, so that you could get a better sound of, a close play at first where you can actually hear the glove pop, right, and the guy hit the base. You can kind of make your own call a little bit better. You can hear the crack of the bat better.
Man,
are they gonna have a 7th inning stretch?
Yeah, bro. Players need to stretch. Umpires.
I haven't noticed that in the Korean baseball, but I don't know that they ever did the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, these fucking players are wearing cups, bro. They gotta stretch.
You gotta stretch because you're wearing a cup?
Yeah. I guess you can always stretch the cup out, but you gotta stretch.
Anyway,
so
same thing with basketball. They should have mics around the court.
What about and I think I've heard someone say it on the radio or maybe on TV, artificial crowd noise?
Isn't that what
that's horrible.
Isn't that what the Vikings used to do? To try to get
I think a lot of
NFL
teams
domes
do it, but I think the Falcons were the last one.
Were they the last one?
Yeah.
Artificial crowd noise.
I don't want to hear that.
That really does nothing for me. Again, the whole crowd thing doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. I'm not a casual baseball fan, so I don't think I'm the right person to ask because you're going to get me whether there's people in the stands, no people in the stands, whether there's noise, no noise, mic'd up, not mic'd up. I'm watching the games because I'm a baseball junkie, right? So I'm not the person to ask. I guess we got to ask people who are, casual fans because that's really what you want to get.
Right.
You and I are going to watch the games regardless.
Yeah.
Right? Whether the experience is diminished because of the lack of fans or not, we're still going to watch. So we're not the demographic that they're concerned about.
Right.
So I don't know. We'd have to ask a casual fan, which we don't have one here.
Well, that's all right. But yeah, I think baseball needs, for the sake of the sport, to come back first.
I don't think it makes a difference because eventually, right, the NBA and the NHL will be done, and then baseball will take center stage. How long? So if they play 12 games, if they play 15 games that are left, plus the playoffs, how long is that?
15 games is a month.
I guess. But they're going to condense the schedule, right? Because they're going to try to get it done quicker. So hold on. So they cut the season off in the middle of March. It typically goes to the middle of June. So that's 3 months. Mm-hmm. It's not going to take 3 months to play now because even if they played the normal playoff format and the 15 games, they're going to condense it. And my guess is they're going to make first round series best of 3 or some shit like that. So it's going to take 2 months. So if they start June 15th, it's going to be over August 15th. That gives baseball a little runway. You
also have to think about they need some time for practicing and tune-up games.
They don't need to practice.
They need to practice. Iverson doesn't need to practice, but they need to practice between them, and then they need some tune-up games. I don't think
like preseason, games that don't count.
Absolutely.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
No. That's not going to work.
They need. But
that's not
they're athletes. Work. They need that.
But Alex, that's not going to work. That I understand they may need it.
Do you want to see the top players getting injured because they didn't have any tune-ups?
I'm okay with a short training camp, like a week.
Okay.
Where they get together and they, practice every day and get going, and then we start playing games. But
what's wrong with like 2 or 3 tune-up games?
Well, because now you're talking about an extra 2 weeks of nothing.
Yeah, Ed, but I mean these guys, they're athletes. They're not. You can't make these guys jump out of fucking bed and go play. I mean, they need their body to get back.
You're the only one that's been laying in bed during quarantine.
Well, yeah.
These guys have been doing shit. They're professionals.
It's not the same, bro. It may not the same.
But
and some of these guys have not been. They haven't been able to. Some of these cities are not opening up, so they don't have that ability. There's still 11 teams that haven't opened up.
I can't have 3 weeks of preseason.
It doesn't have to be 3 weeks, but I mean, 2 weeks. I mean, you can't.
Week.
I don't expect these guys to go straight into it. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right for them because guess what? If LeBron, Anthony Davis, all these top 5-10 players of the league, they get hurt. Guess what? I ain't fucking watching. Nobody wants to watch a fucking beat up Warriors team.
Well, hold on a second. But if here's the thing: if they're gonna play the last 15 games of the season,
mm-hmm.
then those first 5,
mm-hmm.
that's your warm up.
Right. That's fine.
They count.
That's fine.
But they count.
That's fine.
I don't care if the basketball is not quite as good as it was
because
fine. They're still kind of getting up, getting up to speed. I'm okay with that. But I don't want them to go through a training camp.
Then training camp needs to be like a week and a half.
A week of training camp.
Almost 2 weeks.
A week of training camp. We're negotiating here. A week of training camp. A week of training camp, and then you resume the schedule.
Yeah.
And look, if those first few games are a shit show, so be it.
Okay.
At least they count and we can get going.
So if they don't finish the season and go straight to the playoffs, what should be the criteria?
Then I would agree with you. Because you don't want the playoffs to be tarnished by subpar basketball. Although, if you let teams like, if you let the Memphis Grizzlies the first round of the playoffs is trash anyway because you got teams like the Grizzlies in there and the Magic. So I've changed my mind. Go straight into the playoffs. 1 week of training camp, and if they decide not to play the last 15 games, go straight into the playoffs. I don't give a shit because that first round of the playoffs is trash anyway. When I've got the Bucks playing against the Magic, winning by 50, and winning the series 3-0.
All it takes is one play, bro.
Okay, but you're not going to watch the playoffs because one player gets hurt? Did you stop watching? Did you stop?
A bunch of players can get hurt.
Did you stop watching the finals when Kevin Durant got hurt?
No, because that team was fucking loaded. And there were still stars on the floor.
Did you stop watching when Klay Thompson got hurt?
Have you watched any Warriors game this season on ESPN, TNT?
Because they haven't put them on.
No, because they play with nobody.
Right, but what I'm saying, you're assuming that all of the stars are going to get hurt.
No, I'm not.
One star may get hurt.
No, I'm not assuming, but it's not illogical not to think that if you don't prepare and you don't have some tune-up games, that the possibility, especially, this ain't baseball where the fucking players are just standing around. These guys are running up and down the court. I mean, we've seen LeBron cramp up in the finals, okay? And he had to be carried off like fucking Paul Pierce did.
But again, okay, so one guy's gonna go down, two guys are gonna go down. Who cares?
That's not good. That's
Who
not
cares?
good.
I
the league cares.
Look,
that's why I think they will do a few. Look,
we have been devoid of sports for a while now. 2 months and a week, right? Something like that. 8-10 weeks, however long it's been. We've been out of sports for 10 weeks. We're still another 4 to 6 weeks away from getting sports. Do not bring me back exhibition games. Fucking NBA players don't do shit for most of the game as it is. You're going to bring them back and have them fucking play exhibition games?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Okay, so it's going to be just like preseason football.
One week of training camp, and then 3 weeks,
basketball.
and then 3 weeks, 3 games during the week as 3 tune-up games.
Right into the season.
I don't agree.
First round of the playoffs. Fuck it. Right into the NBA Finals. The Bucks and Lakers. Let's go.
See, you're not caring about the health of... They're already sacrificing their fucking health. Nah, I think that's wrong. And I don't think the players would agree with that.
Did they have an All-Star game already?
They should play another one.
That's what I'm thinking. Have that be the tune-up. Play an All-Star game, a sophomore game, a rookie game, and those players that are in the league 3 to 8 years and don't make any of those teams. Well, fuck it, they can just scrimmage on their own.
What's 2 more weeks of
Because I don't want to watch shit basketball.
Well, you don't have to.
Weeks. Well, but if we're talking,
you
about
haven't so far.
The league wants to bring fans back, right? They want people to watch. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying...
They're not going to lose sleep if Ed Montana doesn't watch.
A lot of people are not going to watch. How many people watch preseason football? That's what it's going to be.
Well, then that's fine. Right. But for the sake of the health of the players don't care if you're not going to watch.
But they're going to put something on that is going to turn fans away.
Why do they have training camp and preseason now? Why do they have preseason and training camp and preseason now?
They're going to turn fans away.
They're not going to turn fans away.
Hold on, listen. My opinion, they're going to turn fans away now because they don't want to run the risk of turning fans away later. And what I'm telling you is, later, when the stakes are higher, the fans will watch regardless of whether 1 or 2 more players are hurt than normal.
Okay, that's fine.
But so
that's
you don't
fine.
need this.
That's fine. No. You think no. But see, if you were an athlete, if you were an NBA
but I'm
player,
not an athlete.
Okay, so then you have to think how they're thinking. They don't want to go straight into it.
Alex,
I'm guessing they don't want to go straight into it.
Okay, Alex, you're right. If you're an NBA player, you want a week of training camp, and you want 2 weeks of practice games.
3 games, or at least another week.
Whatever it is. Okay, that's fine. I'm not talking about from the player's perspective.
Okay.
I'm talking about what I think is best for the NBA overall. Okay,
then the best thing for the NBA is to do things the right way.
There is no right way. Alex.
Yes, there is a right way.
No, Alex,
you can't force the players to just go right into something and not let them participate in training camp.
Alex, you are mistaken if you think there is a right way and a wrong way to do anything in this environment. We are in a completely unique situation.
When you run a marathon, do you not run a tune-up marathon, like a 5K, a 10K before the marathon? You do. You train, right? You train all the way into that point, and you do tune-up races, don't you?
Hold on. Okay, let's pick a topic.
No. I'm asking you a question. Do you not do tune-up races? Okay, so then this is the same thing. Why do you do tune-up races?
I don't know, Alex. Tell me.
I don't know. I'm not the runner. You're the runner. I'm asking you. Why do you do the tune-up races? I guess you do them so that your body gets...
Hold on. So you want to have this discussion in what's best for the players.
Well, this is what this is all about.
Hold on a second. Just answer one question at a time. You want to have this conversation as to what is best for the players.
What is best for the players is for not. Okay, what?
You want to have this discussion on how to bring back the NBA on what is based on what is best for the players.
Isn't that what everybody is arguing? MLB and all that?
No.
The players are arguing that. What's best for the players? Their health.
But as a fan,
it doesn't matter about the fans anymore. It doesn't matter about the fans anymore. It doesn't matter what the fans want. At the end of the fucking day, sports is not essential. If it was essential, it would have been back already. It's not essential. I could care less if sports comes back this year or not. It doesn't matter to me anymore. It's not essential. So if you're going to have these guys sacrifice and risk their lives because, right, if we believe that this fucking virus is so real, right, if this is what the MLB players are arguing, then let's let them fucking come back and get their body in shape. Some of these guys don't have gyms at their homes or whatever. They don't have facilities opening up and all that. There's like 11 teams that their facilities haven't opened up. So how are they supposed to train and all this?
From the players' perspective, I would think that they would want a short training camp and some preseason games. Some preseason type games, because I guess they're not preseason games technically. I would agree with that.
Okay.
From what is best for the game of basketball, what's best for the NBA, what's best for the structure of the season. I don't believe that 2-3 weeks of not counting games or whatever you want to call it, training camp and exhibition games is the way to go.
Well, the players, what's important for the leagues are the players, because if there's no players, then
there's always going to be players.
Right, there's always going to be players, but I mean, there's quality and quantity. So, I mean,
but
at the end of the day,
everybody has an interest, right? Everybody has an interest. The NBA has an interest, the fans have an interest, the players have an interest. Everybody has an interest in how to do this. And it varies from entity to entity, right? It's just a matter of what works for everyone involved. Because everyone's going to have... This is the same thing we talked about with baseball. Everyone's going to have to sacrifice something here because, again, this is completely unprecedented.
Well, yeah, we need to take into account everybody's got to take into account everything. We can't think about it from an owner's perspective only. We can't think about it from a fan's perspective only. We can't think about it from, the player's perspective. I think everything has to be taken into account. I understand you want sports. I want sports too. But I just don't think that, there's a reason why they're still negotiating everything. There's a reason why there's no sports right now. It's been 3 months and we have nothing, and there's barely seems like there's any groundwork, right? So there's a reason for that, because it's not as easy as we want it to be. It's just not.
Oh no, I've never said that it's easy, but I just don't think you can put a meaningless product out there for an extended period of time and expect it to work. I don't think that's the best way. I don't know what the best way is, but I don't think putting 3 weeks of meaningless basketball out there is the best thing for the game of basketball.
Well, I didn't say 3 weeks. 1 week of training camp, 1 week of games, 3 games, whatever.
I don't think 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is. I don't think 2 weeks is.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, I don't watch preseason football. I don't watch spring training baseball. I don't watch preseason basketball. But guess what? When the games start and they're real and they count, I start watching. If you're a fan, you're gonna start watching no matter what.
You watch preseason baseball. Don't lie.
No, I really don't. It's not called preseason baseball, by the way.
You watch exhibition baseball. Don't lie.
Nah. I mean, people are gonna watch anyway. It doesn't matter if it goes on for 3 weeks. at the end of the day, when the games come back and they count, you're gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. People are gonna watch. It's not gonna lose.
I probably won't watch again until the second round of the play. If they play out the remaining 15 games and have a normal playoff, I probably won't start watching until the playoffs. But that's just me in general.
No.
Because I can't handle the games with the bullets and the Magic.
Well, they'll have hockey on.
They'll
have hockey on.
And
you'll watch hockey.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So that will replace the first.
Because those guys are.
That'll replace the first round of the basketball for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be super interesting. This whole thing is just. I love that it challenges us. I love that it challenges us to think outside of the norm. Like I said, I always know when things are going to happen, how they're going to happen, what the schedule's like, days off, blah, blah, blah. I know all that stuff. And just from years of paying attention, right? It's not because I study. And now you just have to take everything and throw it out the window, right? We were talking a couple weeks ago about the 7-inning doubleheader and things like that. It's like all these weird wrinkles. What's going to be really amazing to me is, let's say everything blows over by October and we go completely back to normal, right? With fans and everything, which I don't think will happen, but let's just say. How weird will it be, like next year in baseball, when these pitchers and catchers report and we have exhibition games and the season starts at the very end of March and we just have normal baseball? This will be like, remember back in 2020 when we had that when they played 7-inning doubleheaders, right? Like, we'll be like, we'll tell our grandkids that aren't even born now. Back in my day, we had a season where they played 7-inning doubleheaders, and then your kid will be like, oh, did they do a 5th-inning stretch instead of a 7th-inning stretch? I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be weird. It'll be weird if we go back to normal like within a year.
Yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell where we'll be. But
right now, as it stands right now, your preference, straight into the playoffs or play the last 10, 15 games? I'm talking both hockey and NBA. Your preference.
Damn. I mean, yeah, if you I'd say I mean, look, we all want sports, right? Might as well play the 15 and go into the playoffs. Play the last 15, because you know what? There's teams on the cusp of making the playoffs, and I think they deserve a shot to try to clinch a playoff spot. I mean, plus we want sports, right? So more sports, the merrier.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. I think they should come back. This is one of the things I've thought about. Let's say they come back, for argument's sake, let's say June 15th. 3 months, they finish September 15th. Right? The season starts at the end of October, so that's only a month and a half. Fuck it. Push the season back, start December 1st, right? December. Shorten the off season and push the next season back, so that then in 2021, maybe you condense the schedule a little bit and they finish in the middle of like, instead of finishing the middle of June, maybe they finish the middle of July, and then they have a regular off season in 2021. You start the 21-22 season at the right time. I think they should just shift everything, condense it a little bit, so that eventually we get back on schedule, where you start, October 30th through June 15th or whatever.
And I think the best thing for the NBA to do, I don't know how the scheduling works with hockey, but I'm just speaking because I don't pay attention to hockey.
Hockey's very similar.
But I think the NBA should condense it, start with the scheduling. Don't have these teams, there's no reason to have 2 days in between games every other day, and you play more games now within your conference, so you don't have to travel as much, right?
What are you talking about for the coming season,
right?
The 2021 season.
Right. If they take your idea, right, and they start in December, then that's how you condense it. That way you don't have a lot of travel. You can play back to back, right?
Right. Have less games across the conference.
Yes.
But would that really work? Because they only play 2 games outside of their conference. Everything else is within their conference, right?
Yeah.
So like,
is it only 2?
So yeah, so like the Bucks only play the Lakers twice. They don't play them four or 6 times. You know, they make one trip out to LA, and I don't know. That's
maybe less days at least between games. I mean, there's no reason to have 2.
Yeah,
but will the players want that?
Well, and to bring you back to your original point, right? If you have less days off, more players get hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
That too.
And the NBA already has a little bit of a problem with players not playing, right? Like healthy scratches. They've already got a little bit of an image problem with that. If they have more back-to-backs or less days off in general, you know.
Well, then you know how you fix that?
How?
You put the G League to work, right? Now, instead of a 15-man team, you bring it up to 18, right? And there you go.
Well, no, it's a 12-man roster now, right?
Was it 12? It could be.
To 15?
Well, yeah, maybe raise it up to 15. If it's 15,
now,
raise it up to 18.
You know, and that's probably something that has to go through collective bargaining. So I don't know that they could do it right now. They'd have to wait until whenever the agreement expires. But the players on one side would not like playing more often, but they would like an additional 90 players getting paid, right? The union would be like, oh, okay. That'd be a good give and take. And
it'll be a good opportunity.
Look at you thinking like an arbitrator.
And it'll be good for the G League guys. The guys that probably never were going to get a chance.
Right on the cusp. Never going to get a chance. Yeah, I agree with that.
Earn an extra $1 or $2, right? They shine.
I agree with that completely. Look at you. You should have been a lawyer.
I know,
sure,
man.
You can't.
Because I'm a good liar.
Sure, you can't add, subtract, multiply, divide. Sure, your daughter's whipping your ass on a math test, but
I can negotiate.
Good compromises.
I can negotiate.
You're a compromiser.
I'm a compromiser.
My God.
My compromission is...
my compromission skills.
My compromission vision is exquisite.
Oh, man, that's good.
All right, man.
All right.
You got a barbecue to get to.
Eventually, yeah. Well, I got to get a little run in first.
I got more laziness to get into.
I'm trying to get to 175 miles this month. I got 47 to go.
That's not... you still got a week.
6 days.
How many days? I've lost track of what days it is. Every day feels like a Friday to me, so I feel like it's a need for me to party every day.
Sundays
don't exist. Yeah, if it wasn't for The Last Dance, Sundays wouldn't exist, bro.
Well, hey, look, for those of you out there who are missing a documentary, catch the 30 for 30 on Lance Armstrong. It started last night. It's a 2-parter. Part 1 was last night. Part 1 next Sunday. It's fantastic.
Part one is this Sunday, and part 1 again.
Part 2 is next Sunday. I told you I can't count without a calculator.
That's your how many?
God, too many fingers. No, that documentary is fantastic.
I might do that today.
It is really good.
I didn't catch it yesterday.
I challenge you, especially because I know you just watched The Last Dance. It'll be amazing how many times you hear comments that are almost word for word what Michael Jordan would say.
No.
Yeah, we look at Michael Jordan in one light and we look at Lance Armstrong in another. Obviously, they've done very different things. They're both extreme winners. But it's amazing from a competitive standpoint how they are wired very, very similar. Very, very similar. It's eerie at times. And
I might catch it.
There were times where I thought it was Michael Jordan talking. It was weird. It was really weird.
Like, Mike ain't white.
It's like, Mike doesn't ride a bike. He would have been a good caddy yesterday.
Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Could you imagine?
But you know Mike would never carry a bag for anybody.
He would maybe for like the first 2 holes and then say, man, give me that fucking golf club.
Yeah. After a while, he's got Mickelson carrying his own damn bag, and he's sitting there going, "Hey, man, just a little, right edge."
Could you imagine the trash talking that would go on? There was plenty last night from what I.
That would have been great if you'd have had Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley carrying bags.
Oh, that'd be good.
That would have been fun.
That'd be good.
That would have been fun. Because then you'd have gotten more trash talk. It wouldn't have mattered that Tiger Woods didn't talk trash.
Right. Yeah.
You would have gotten plenty.
Actually, you'd probably forget he was there.
At times it did yesterday, other than the fact that he kept hitting the fairways.
Yeah.
He's really good. Alrighty, man. Hey, how can they get a hold of you?
On Twitter at Brooklyn Gaucho1.
Excellent. You can email the show, positivesports10@gmail.com, positivesports10@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me on Twitter as well, at eMontana21. Hey, you have anything you want to plug or anything like that?
Nothing. I just, no, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. No.
Nothing?
No. Midway Market? Hey, if you're here. I got nothing I want to plug.
You don't want to plug anything? No podcast, no YouTube channel?
Nah, this is, no.
No?
No.
Can I plug it?
No.
Oh!
No, not here.
Why not?
No, this is the Positive Sports Podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I went to this meat market yesterday. It's called Midway Meat Market. And it's out here in Katy, like old Katy. Talked to the owner. He must be like, God bless him, he must be 80, 85 years old. But I mean, he gave me tons of information on how they process deer, cows.
It's not as simple as it looks, is it?
It's not, man. Like, you would think it's just, you hang the fucker, you cut it, and, you start
going steaks and...
Yeah, but there's a method to every madness, I guess. And I think we will be investing in,
some meat.
In some meat. I think we can drag mom and dad, uncle.
Sure yeah.
And
this will become...
We're carnivores. I mean...
This will become podcast talk later.
I think so.
Pretty sure.
I think so. So we'll keep everybody updated.
We'll keep you posted on our meat adventures.
Yes. Big cow. Half a cow.
Hey, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the long weekend. As always, folks, ignore the negativity. Be the positivity.
Peace.